16-year-old. I swear if that's recorded.
It's not. I'm like trying to.
Alright, I was gonna say that'd be terrible.
We need to get all this out of the way.
Dude, seriously, this is not gonna last long.
All this needs to get up to the movie.
We need a.
Can you do the thing where you just raise one eyebrow?
No.
No, that's amazing.
No, I can't do it.
That's cool.
Just make weird faces while like you're listening to what we're saying.
I can do this.
Definitely.
That's a chicken foot.
Definitely.
Dude, this is gonna dry so it's gonna fall. Yeah. It's coming down.
I'm gonna be like a snide cameraman, like making comments
No.
from left field.
No.
No, I'm gonna make the comment about the dementia pills, like, well, it looks like Mr. King forgot to take a dementia pill today.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that comment.
Something really awesome, like the guy from Office Space called "What's his tiger?"
You put down all my comments, and then that one's okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
So this first shot though has to be super, super close up on you.
Zoom in.
Definitely will.
Oh, dude, I should do the turnaround thing.
Like, do it.
Did you get it? Did you get it?
Yes.
That's cool.
You're gonna have to post produce this by yourself, man.
Okay, let's do that now.
do that again, just one more time, just practice.
With the look. Oh. It's on. It's off. Oh, it's
Zoom out.
We need to do a close up of him, Mike.
Dude, no, dude. I seriously need a glass of water for that comb, because my hair is gonna keep falling. It's already going down.
Okay. Get him a glass of water, Antonio.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Go get a glass of water.
And then I'll just start deep.
Because looking.
It's Squarey King Live!
Tonight on Squarey King Live, we have the man at the center of the third dimension scandal, A Square. Is he a disillusioned soul or a brilliant individual? Dude, you can't do that in the middle of a take. I was on a roll. Tonight on Squarey King Live, we have the man at the center. I say center of the third dimension scandal.
What did I do?
The little. Tonight on Squarey King Live, we have the man at the center, and I say center of the third dimension scandal, A Square. Is he a delusioned soul or a brilliant individual and visionary? What the hell? Tonight on Squarey King Live, we have the man at the center, and I mean center of the third. Tonight on Squarey King Live, we have the man at the center, and I mean center of the third dimension scandal, A Square. Is this fellow a delusioned soul or a brilliant individual and visionary, silenced by the government? That and more tonight on Squarey King Live. It's important to note that this is mandated by It's important to note, ladies and gentlemen, that this is mandated by the state. I must say that the following interview is merely presenting the opinion of a man who under government as mandated by the state. I must say that the following interview is merely presenting the opinion of a man who, under government standards, is considered insane. I tell you, insane. So all of this information is false. As you probably already know, this interview is purely for your entertainment.
Oh, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcome to our first guest, Mr. A Square.
This guy's a real nutter butter, folks.
How's it going, Larry? Alright.
Mr. A Square? And, well, we're still going. Well, you can have a seat, sir, as you've already found, I guess. That seat you're sitting on is the hot seat, young man. It causes people to sweat profusely, if you haven't noticed. Sweating profusely. Sir, you're sweating profusely already.
That was a good one, Mr. Square.
That's why I thank you. I've been working on that all week, if I do say so myself. Well, enough joking around now. Let's talk about you. I mean, that's why you are here. So, first off, how's life in the big house? The Slammer? You know what I'm talking about. Come on.
I've been instructed by my lawyers not to talk about it. That's not one of the questions, though.
You're supposed to.
Well, I'd rather not talk about it, Squarey, but it's been pretty awful.
Really?
I know it's hard to believe, but every person thinks that prison must be such a blast, but it's really not.
What? They don't give you free food and bedding? Oh, man.
The only person I get to talk to is my brother, and they don't let me see him that often.
Well, we really do feel sorry for you. And that's just awful. Not really. And what do you all do in prison anyway?
Well, a lot of the time...
I know.
What'd you do?
What? Well, a lot of the time I find myself deeply bored. That's really your worst enemy in jail, boredom. You can't know how good it felt to be on the outside for this interview, and to get a chance to see my grandson for a while. Anyways, I spend most of my time writing. Writing about my story and my discovery of the third dimension.
Interesting. But why write it? Do you really think the government's going to let you publish this crazy autobiography?
Well, naturally I don't, but I have to hope so. But I know they won't really. I just try to keep to myself from going insane, really. Keeps my mind working. It's horrible what solitude does to a poor square.
Well, that is just plain out awful. Now, sorry to change the subject and all, but I must ask, how was your supposed trip to the other dimension?
It was enlightening, to say the least. I never would have thought in my life that such a thing would be possible, but amazingly enough, it is. I know no one believes me. It was enlightening, to say the least. I never thought in my life that such a thing would be possible, but amazingly enough, it is. I know no one else believes me, but it only matters that I believe, really. I saw what I saw with my own two eyes, and it happened. I would have you ask the fear if he were here.
A bold statement, Mr. Square, for a crazy old coot. Now I'm very curious about this. What you call it? A spear? Spear?
Sphere.
Fear?
Sphere.
Sphere. Sphere. Okay. All right. Character that everyone's talking about. What exactly is this? How do you say it again?
Sphere.
Sphere. Sphere.
Yeah.
Supposed to be.
Well, a sphere is an infinite amount of circles.
Whoa. Infinite. What do you mean by infinite?
A lot.
A lot. A lot.
A lot. Like,
I've had a lot of wives, you know.
like really? How
Yes. I think this is like... So yes, I know quite a bit about a lot, trust me.
many? Okay. Well, a sphere is an infinite amount of circles around the same point. I really can't explain it. You have to see it to understand.
I bet. I'm sure. So how did you meet this sphere?
Well, he really found me, actually.
Whoa.
There was no meeting, and it wasn't good. If that makes any sense. He simply showed up at my house one night, the night my grandson brought up the possibility of the third dimension. Same night, I know, crazy, right? He then brought me to the third dimension and showed me it.
How did you feel when this sphere showed up in your home?
I was afraid at first, you know. It's like, why didn't my alarm go off? A lot of questions like that, really, you know. Why didn't my wife tell me, you know?
I'm sure.
Why didn't the dog bark?
Why didn't the dog bark? I wonder. That's a terrible watch, though. You should get a new one. Wait.